Long ago, Israel had special leaders called judges. God chose them to guide his people, but the people often forgot God and did wrong things. Enemies came to trouble them, and they suffered greatly. They cried out to God, and he sent a new judge to save them. After their judge Ehud died, dark times returned. The people of Israel again did evil and did not follow God's ways. New enemies grew strong against them, and they felt lost and afraid. They longed for safety and peace in their land. The main enemy at this time was King Jabin, a powerful king from Canaan. King Jabin had oppressed Israel for 20 long years with a harsh and cruel rule. The Israelites suffered greatly and felt helpless against his mighty army. They desperately needed a hero, a deliverer, someone to restore their hope and freedom. The people of Israel were losing all hope and felt forgotten by God. They needed a leader chosen by God, strong in faith and battle. Someone who could hear God's voice clearly and guide them back to him. This was the difficult time in Israel. It was then that God chose to raise up Deborah. God chose a remarkable woman named Deborah, a prophetess who heard God speak. She shared God's messages with the people and was the wife of Lapidoth. God selected her for her great wisdom and unwavering faith. She was like a bright light in a very dark time. People saw her special connection with God and trusted her words. Deborah served Israel as a judge, sitting under the palm of Deborah between Ramah and Bethel. The people of Israel traveled to see her there to have their problems solved. She listened carefully and gave wise advice from God's laws. Deborah's leadership was unique for that time, as it was uncommon for a woman to lead Israel. Her strong connection with God earned her deep respect. People knew she spoke truth from the Lord. Her real strength came from her deep faith and courage to speak God's messages. She inspired the people to trust in God once more. Deborah was a woman of great character and outstanding courage from God. She was never afraid to deliver God's messages, even when they were difficult to share. Her faith in God was incredibly strong and steady. She truly believed God would help Israel if they turned back to him. She was deeply devoted to God and to her people. Her life was a shining example for everyone. She showed what it meant to follow God closely. The Israelites suffered under King Jabin of Hazor, a powerful Canaanite king. For 20 long years he made their lives hard. His army commander was a fearsome man named Sisera, known as a cruel and skilled warrior. The people of Israel were treated very badly, poor, oppressed, and lived in constant fear. They prayed for freedom from this terrible suffering. Sisera commanded a very strong and scary army with 900 iron chariots. These iron chariots were like powerful war machines, terrifying to the people of Israel. The Israelites did not have such advanced weapons, making them feel even more helpless. One day, God gave a clear message to Deborah. She knew it was time for God to act and sent for a man named Barak. Deborah told him what the Lord God commanded: gather 10,000 men from Naphtali and Zebulun and lead them to Mount Tabor. Barak listened carefully to Deborah's words and understood the great danger they faced. He knew Sisera's army was very powerful, so he told Deborah his condition for going. He said, "If you go with me, then I will go. But if you will not go with me, I will not go." He felt he needed Deborah's presence there. Perhaps as a sign of God's support, her strong faith gave him the courage he needed. He trusted that God was with her. Deborah showed her great courage and faith by agreeing to go with Barak into danger. She trusted God completely to protect them. She told Barak, "Certainly I will go with you." But she also told him, "The Lord will deliver Sisera into a woman's hands." Deborah and Barak traveled together to the city of Kadesh. Barak called for the tribes, and 10,000 brave men answered. They followed him up to Mount Tabor, with Deborah also going up with them. They gathered their small army ready to obey God. When the perfect moment arrived, Deborah spoke, "Go! This is the day the Lord has given Sisera to you." Barak bravely led his men down the mountain, and 10,000 soldiers charged into the valley. The Lord acted powerfully, throwing Sisera and all his chariots into confusion. His whole army was panicked before Barak. Sisera's mighty army was completely defeated that day. The Lord God fought for the people of Israel. Sisera's feared iron chariots became useless, stuck in the wet, muddy ground. His soldiers were confused, terrified, and scattered. Barak's army chased after them with great courage. Sisera himself, the proud commander, was afraid. He jumped down from his useless chariot and ran away on foot. He fled to the tent of a woman named Jael. Jael invited Sisera into her tent, gave him milk, and covered him with a blanket. Sisera, very tired from running, slept. While he slept, Jael took a tent peg and a heavy hammer and killed him. Just as Deborah had said, the honor of defeating Sisera did not go to Barak. Instead, the Lord delivered Sisera into a woman's hands. Jael was the woman God used for this. This showed everyone that God's plans are always perfect. When Barak arrived, Jael showed him Sisera lying dead inside her tent. The victory over the enemy was truly complete. After this amazing victory, Israel celebrated. Deborah and Barak sang a beautiful song to the Lord. Because of this great victory, the land of Israel had peace for 40 years. Deborah's leadership brought rest and joy to her people.